Today we're going to be looking at Bengali combining vowels with the first row consonants ko, ko, go, go, and ngo. This is the Bengali alphabet. As you can see, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows of consonants, and there are some consonants that can be grouped with some of these rows that Wikipedia's Bengali alphabet article puts out to the side because they're pronounced in the same area of the mouth as these traditional rows. This is the first row: go, ko, go, go, ngo. Here's the second row: jo, cho, jo, jo, nyo. Here's the third row: do, to, do, do, no. Here's the fourth row: do, to, do, do, no. And here's the fifth row: bo, po, or fo, bo, bo, mo. So underneath this row is some extra consonants which are dotted, which is ro, rho, yo, and ho. And then out to the side we have jo, sho, ro, sho, lo, and so. Today we're going to combine all the vowels with the first row of the consonants, which is go, ko, go, go, and ngo. So this is the letter go. Here we have go. As you can see, it doesn't have a vowel mark next to it. It just already has the vowel inside of it. This is the consonant combination ga. You can look here and you can see that this line here is the vowel mark for this letter here, ah. So when it combines with a consonant, it forms sort of a conjunct where it uses a reduced form, a smaller form, and it just combines with it. And what that does is it takes away the inherent vowel a. It takes away the vowel a out of the consonant, and it replaces it with the vowel that we're talking about, which in this case is a. So this is ka, ga, ga. This is ga, ga, ga. Go, ga. In this conjunct form, or rather combined form, we have the letter go with the reduced form of the vowel e. And there's two vowels that make the e sound, and they make the same sound, but they are from a previous spelling time in Bengali when they made different sounds. In this case, this vowel used to make the sound I, but now it makes the vowel E. This is gi. You can see that this vowel here has this reduced form here, gi. This is also gi. In this case, this is the reduced form of this vowel here, E. This is the second E, which used to be the vowel E. In previous times, the other vowel was pronounced I, and this vowel was produced E, but now they're both produced E. But for spelling purposes, you need to know how to spell. So this is gi. This is gu. As you can see, once again, we have a symbol which is a reduced form of this vowel, u, This is another instance of vowels which used to be pronounced differently, but now are pronounced the same in Bengali. So in this case, this vowel here, oo, has this reduced form here, this little hook here, which sometimes can produce a strange conjunct form, which we'll see with the letter go later. But in this case, all you have is the letter go with this symbol for oo underneath it, which takes away the inherent vowel o and replaces it with the vowel oo to give us the sound gu. This is also the sound gu. This time it's from this vowel here, which used to be pronounced oo. The other vowel, this vowel here, used to be pronounced So this would have been go. In Sanskrit forms, this will be used to spell the sound go, but in regular Bengali it just is pronounced gu. Like this is also pronounced gu. This is gu. This is ge. Ge is the form that we get when we combine the reduced form of this vowel a, which is this symbol here, with the consonant go, and we remove the inherent vowel from the letter go and combine it with this symbol here, which in this case goes before the letter. So you need to know that when you're reading this combination, this particular symbol, if it loops around towards the letter ko, and towards every letter that it encompasses, that it sort of wraps around and sort of hugs. It's sort of hugging this letter here, this ska letter, and it has a little serif here, sometimes in serifed fonts that point toward the ka, or the letter that it's modifying. So you know that this vowel symbol here belongs to this symbol here, ka, but in this case it's modifying this letter and it's changing it to the sound ge. So even though it comes before the letter, it's related to this letter here, and it changes this ska sound to a ge sound. And sometimes it's also pronounced ge. This is another example of a symbol that goes before the letter, and it still belongs to the K consonant, even though it's before it, just like the previous vowel. Sorry, I'm having trouble getting my mouse to show up. The flag here on the top tells you that it's different from this one. This one is ge or ge, but this one has a little flag on the top. It has this flag here, and the flag tells you that this is not the letter K, this is the letter goi. So this vowel symbol here, oi, is the reduced form of this vowel here, oi. And when go combines with this symbol here, which goes before the go, just like a, it sort of hugs it, but the flag points away from it, but it still loops around the go, and it shows you that it modifies the ko and it's pronounced goi. So this is goi. This one, go, this is not pronounced go, like in English, American English. In American English we would say go, which is how you say this vowel, incidentally. But this vowel here is not pronounced ko, it's pronounced go, which is a symbol that it's a vowel that doesn't exist in American English. Go. My pronunciation's not perfect because I'm not a native speaker. Go. It's a pure vowel. It doesn't have any glides like ko. Some people have a very distinctive set of glides on their vowels. Go. I live in the South. Go. But we don't do that. That almost sounded Cockney. My mouse disappeared again. That almost sounded like Cockney English, go. But in Bengali, the vowels are pure, and so they don't have that glide except for the next vowel, which is the go vowel. But this is go, 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 go. And you can see that it's made up of the symbol for a with the symbol for a. And when you see this symbol a here, don't forget to look behind the letter to see if it has the symbol for a behind it. Because if it's got both a and a behind it, then this combines together to make the vowel o. And then if you look here, you can see that we have another combination of two symbols to make a combined symbol for this vowel, which does have a glide, o, o, just like in American English, o. This is go, 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 probably more like go, 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 go. And you notice when I'm saying this letter K, I'm not saying it like this, K, ko. That's because the letter ko is a different letter. In Bengali, the consonants have two forms. Each form in English has a form that's unaspirated or aspirated. Aspiration is when you go after the consonant. So in this case, we have an unaspirated K sound. So in English, I'm saying the letter K. But in Bengali, this consonant is called go. And there's another consonant coming up called ko. But this consonant is called go. And as you can see here, it's got the symbol for a behind it, and it's got this, it almost looks like the symbol for, my computer's just going super slow here. I don't know why it's going so slow. It almost looks like the symbol here for E. But if you notice the symbol for E here, it kind of loops all the way around, and then it touches the top bar that connects the consonants here. In Bengali, you always have a top bar that connects things. And this symbol here for gi, it loops all the way down and around, but let's see if I can get my computer to go any faster. One day. Okay. Okay. If you notice here, the letter go, 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 it doesn't arc all the way around and down. It just kind of loops up. It's kind of like a little flag over the symbol for ah. So when you have this loop for a, it doesn't have the flag over here. There's no flag here. The flag is here over the symbol for ah. And this is the letter, this is the vowel o, o. This is the sound go, 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 go. And then this here is a symbol which I don't think is used very often in Bengali words. It's used for Sanskrit words. And it's the letter ri. And this particular vowel has the independent form of this here. And it's got this little sort of V-shaped thing here which goes underneath the consonant. And in Bengali, the letter R is pronounced almost like a D, like in the word kitty, 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 kitty. So if you were to say the word kitty really fast, but you don't say the k like in kitty, you're not going to say kitty, you're going to say kitty, kitty, kitty. And that's how you say this letter here. You say kitty. And you can see that once again the ri symbol has taken out the vowel o out of the letter go. But one thing about this particular letter, which is weird, is that it's considered a vowel, even though it's got the letter R or R, it's got a letter R in it. But in Sanskrit, this was considered a vowel. So they've maintained the Sanskrit tradition of calling this a vowel. But usually, when you have an R after a consonant, you don't use this symbol ri, you use the symbol for the letter R, which is also a combining symbol, which is super annoying to learn. Now let's move on to the letter ko, which I think is actually going to help you, because we're going to repeat the same symbols again, and you're going to see that these symbols actually form a pattern. So here we have the letter ko, and remember, there's another vowel, ko. So this is the letter ko, and when you have I won't try to fast forward because my computer's so slow, but we'll get there eventually. But when you have the symbol for the vowel o, it's ko. But when the consonant's by itself, you pronounce it ko, ko. So you have ko, 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 ko. This is ko, ko, ko. And then with the vowel symbol, where you have the loop behind it and the little stand for ah after it, that's the sound ko. This is the vowel ko, ko. So as you can see, this letter is a little complicated. This one gave me a lot of trouble because I'm familiar with the Hindi Devanagari alphabet, and this alphabet's very different from Hindi. So I had trouble memorizing this letter, but this is the letter ko. And as you can see, it has the inherent vowel o inside it. You don't need a vowel marker. Now that you know that vowels have vowel symbols, that makes a little more sense that this vowel already has the vowel o inside of it. You don't need a vowel marker to mark the vowel o. But when you put the bar after it, once again, this is the bar for ka. So notice that in this case, I'm not saying ga, I'm saying ka. And in the International Phonetic Alphabet, slashes here, I've got this H here, which is superscripted to the letter K, because it's ka, just like in English, ka. And in my little pronunciation help here, I have a big capital H because you pronounce this ha. You have ka. The previous consonant was ga, and this is ka. So the previous consonant's name was go, and this consonant here is ko. And notice here the difference between the independent form here and the combined form with ko. Ko is here, and the loop just looks different. You really have to practice. There's some good apps on the Google Play Store, and I'm assuming in the Apple Store as well, to practice learning the consonants, and you really just have to memorize them. The Bengali alphabet's quite difficult. There's about 350 different forms that you have to be able to recognize, and this is just a form that you're going to have to learn to recognize this letter ko. When it's with this symbol here, it's ka. This is the letter ko here. Once again, we have the letter ko. But this time we have the E vowel here that is the reduced form of this vowel here, E. Oops. I just paused the video and fixed it. I'm still learning how to make videos. Sorry about that. This here is the vowel for this symbol here, E. So this is just, I got it confused because it's easy to confuse which one you're using because they are pronounced the same. So this here is the form of E that looks a little bit like the letter H. Sorry, my mouse appears just randomly because I have to move it around a lot to get it to appear. So this here is the vowel E that looks like this. This kind of looks like a letter H, which you'll see later, and it has a little flag over it. And this here is the symbol for E. Once again, it's before the letter, and it kind of loops around. So this is one that's before the letter, and I think I forgot to explain in the last set with go that this one comes before the letter. So as you can see here, the arc on top of the letter E loops over toward the letter. So a lot of times the symbols that modify the vowels actually point toward the letter that they modify. So in this case, you have the E symbol pointing toward the letter ko to give you the sound ki. And here we have the vowel E, and it's the other vowel E that has the reduced form that loops all the way around and touches the bar. You can see a little bit of the bar right there, but this right here is the letter ko, and this is the vowel E looping back around and touching it to give you the sound ki. This here is the vowel U, and here's the reduced form, which is this upside down number 9, which is spun around a little bit. I said upside down because it's upside down from Hindi, I'm sorry. It's more like a 9 that's turned around, and this is this form here that only has one flag. This is ku, and this is ku. This is the, well, it doesn't have an extra flag, it has an extra tail. This letter U has 2 tails, but it's pronounced the same, and this one has a hook, more of a hook shape. This is ku. This is ke or ke. In this case, because this consonant ko doesn't connect to the bar on its left side, the symbol for a or a doesn't connect to it. If you see a bar, it's going to go all the way across here, and then there's going to be a little space here to give you room to do this little hooky flourish thing here. This is K. This is koi. This is ko. Once again, well, I should round my lips a little more. Ko, ko, ko. And again, here we have the symbol for a back behind it, and then we have the symbol for a after it. And when it sort of surrounds it like that, it gives you the vowel ko. And this is ko, ko. In this case, once again, we have the symbol for a, and we have this symbol for with a little tail here, or a flag. Actually, it's a flag, and it surrounds it and gives you the vowel, the sound ko, ko. And then this here, once again, is ri, and it's this little V-shaped thing that's turned on its side, and this is the letter ko, and it's combined with ri to give you kri, and this time we are saying the H, just like we would say kitty. If you can say the word kitty with an American pronunciation, not a received pronunciation like in Britain, like kitty, you wouldn't say it kitty like that because that's got a T in it. But in general American English, that dialect, we say it with a D sound, kitty, and that's how you say this sound here, kitty. Here's the letter go. This is another one that gave me a lot of trouble because it's different from Hindi. Go, ga, gi, gi. Oops, I'm sorry, I have my H here. My H here doesn't tell you that it's aspirated. There's an aspirated G coming up. I'm sorry, I'm being a little careless. This H here just tells you that it's not G. It's not pronounced G. It's pronounced gi. Gi. Let me see if I had the other gi here. Yeah, I have gi and gi. I'm used to saying the alphabet in a row. Gi, gi. All right. Gu. Now, let's take a minute with this one and just have a moment of silence with this symbol here. I'm sorry, I accidentally hit the next slide button to give you a nicer one. This one here is one of the monstrous features of Bengali. The Bengali alphabet just has so many of these combined forms which are so difficult to master. So in this case, if you look at this ligature here, this combined form of the consonant here, let's go back to the letter go. In this case, you can see the letter go is underneath this tail here, the tail of the flag here that comes up for gi. Here, let's go back to a different one. Here's gi by itself. You can see it's got the e, the e that comes before the letter go. But you can see this letter go here. It kind of has this tail that hangs down, and then it kind of kicks out like this and then loops around like that. So if you look at this combined form here, you can see that you have kind of a kick out here and then a loop around here. But this other, and you have a little bit of the tail, but this other part's just completely different. It actually looks more like the vowel O. And this is just something that has to be memorized. This particular combination is gu, and you don't have to worry about memorizing this right now because we're going to do a lot of work on combined forms later. And this is gu as well. This is a much better one. This is gu here. It's got the go consonant with the regular little hooked u symbol here for the other spelling of gu, which is much nicer and much better. And then this is ge, goi, go. In this case, I wrote the word go in English, but the word go is really this vowel here with the combined form with the flag here. It's got the ah here, and it's got the flag, and it's got the little symbol embracing it here. This is go. This is gri. Here's another letter that doesn't exist in English. This is the letter ga. So this letter is a G sound, but in English we don't ever make this sound except if we're saying something like big heat, but or bag hat, big hat, big hit, ga, gat, ga. It's a G with an H sound after it. Go. This is the letter go. Go. And here it has the reduced form, the combining form of this vowel a to give you ga, gi, gi, gu. In this case, the letter go doesn't combine in a weird and obnoxious way with the u form of this vowel u that only has one tail. Gu, it's just the letter go with the number 9 underneath it. Go. Well, gu, 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 gu. And this also is gu, but this has the hook underneath it. Gu. Gehe, or gehe. Goi. Go. Go. Gri. And this one is a letter that often doesn't start words, but it comes usually as a conjunct form, which is a combination of consonants that stick together, where you actually have to stick the consonants together because you have to get rid of the inherent vowel o and make it so that instead of saying bongolo, you have to say bonglo. So you have a reduced form of these. Well, it wouldn't be bonglo, it'd be bangla. You can tell I'm not very good at Bengali. I'm just trying to learn the alphabet here. But if you were to try to reduce this, you have to use a reduced form so that you don't get the o vowel in it. So you have to stick these things together. Usually this form combines with other consonants. But in this case, we're just going to run through all the vowels here. Ngo. Here's the independent form. Ngo. Nga. Ngi. Ngi. Ngu. Ngu. Nge or nge. Ngoi. Ngo. Ngo. And one thing that's about this vowel that's interesting is that it's like, not this vowel, but this consonant here. It's pronounced like the nga sound in ring. I'm using it at the beginning of syllables. I don't know if it's ever used at the beginning of syllables, but I'm just putting it with the vowels just in case it ever is. Ngo. And then this, I really seriously doubt this combination is ever used, but this is ngni.